What's up, y'all? It's Miss Panda, and I'm coming at you today with another reaction video. Today, I want to talk about Jasmine. Jasmine not necessarily she's not starving her kids per se, but she's not feeding them enough food, and she doesn't feed her kids nutritious foods, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. When I say kids, y'all know I'm referring to the Davis 4. Those are the only kids that she put limitations on. Because we all know when it comes down to Chris' son Legend, even though he's not a part of his life, he ignores him and everything. He treats him way better than she treats the Davis 4. Legend gets to eat as much as he wants, and she only puts, like I said, limitations on Philip kids because she don't like Philip. I don't see why. He the one who take care of his kids. That's a shame. The one who step up get treated bad, but the one who don't do nothing, she want to get back with him. She's a dummy. But before we get started on today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into today's video.
Arrested for child neglect. Ava is malnourished. You're starving them.
Now we all know, not trying to be funny now, honey. We all know Ava is a little on the skinty side. She on the skinty side a little bit. Now, some people say she looked a little sickly. I don't mean to be talking to nobody kids and everything, but she need to sit up there. Her and Philip both. Now, Philip, you need to come frog face. Philip, you need to come to the front line too, because honey, them kids be over there with you most of the time and look like they losing weight a little bit too. Now, I don't know what's going on now, honey. Y'all need to beef her up and feed her some foods that's gonna stick to that baby. Now, eyes looking a little sunk in and everything. You gotta feed her a little bit more. I don't know what's going on. Y'all need to do a little bit better. Y'all gotta tighten it up. Tighten it up. Jasmine, I'm gonna need you to give Philip some and Hannah some of them food stamps to help feed them kids while they over to that house. You only got Legend and you to feed. Now you need to sit up there and come up off of half of them food stamps because you decided to take him, or you a dummy. Well, you kind of had to take him off food stamps. I mean, off of child support, because my thing is, if he's gonna keep the kids majority of the time, then it would make sense. Why would he be giving you child support for real? When the kids is with him majority of the time and you only have the kids a little bit at a time. But my thing is, I know you didn't rearrange the food stamps. So my thing is, them food stamps that's still coming in there, you need to give him at least half of them. Because you only got to feed you and Legend. And whatever else, whatever difference you need to go and get in that car and DoorDash for the rest of the money that you need for you and Legendary. Let's continue.
Your brother is your drug dealer. When he dropped off your pills, he cut the boy's hair. First of all,
child, when do them kids be getting their haircut? That's what I want to know. Legend just got a haircut, but when do they be getting their haircut for real?
What fucking pills? My brother hasn't been over here in like a month.
You want to know why her brother and her mother don't come around her like that? Because she showed her natural big pills behind when she was with Chris. She disrespected the mother, Mama Dukes, and that's his mother too. So that's why he don't fool with you like that. That's probably one of the reasons. And another thing too, because you're embarrassing. Don't nobody want to be bothered with you. That's why he don't come around you.
I see my brother.
And you miserable.
That says lie. When y'all see my brother, I record.
That goes to show you she don't have a relationship with her family like that. Because she said, when you heard what she said clearly, when you see my brother, that's when I record, when he comes over. Which, how often do you see her record her brother in her recordings? You don't see him that much. So that means he don't really fool with you like that. He ain't got time for the miserable. You miserable. Why would he want to come and waste time with you? You're a time waster and you miserable, oppressed, and downtrodden. He don't want to come over there and be miserable with you. Pig nose behind.
I don't record other stuff. My brother works.
Unlike you.
He hasn't been over here in so long because he wasn't come put my damn curtains up. Side note.
Why do he need to put your curtains up? You a grown woman. Why can't you just watch a YouTube video? It's not that hard. Watch a YouTube tutorial and learn how to put curtains up. You still waiting on this boy to come over there and put... He ain't thinking about you and your curtains. Raggedy behind.
He hasn't been over here because he's been working. He does not do drugs. Like, what the fuck? The fuck? I'm starving my kids. I literally post content of me making food for them. But I'm starving them, right? And what pills?
First of all, let's talk about the meals that she prepares. First of all, now we all know how the food looked when Chris was there. I mean, he had 2 and 3 slabs of ribs. He could eat a whole slab of ribs to himself, and it was never a problem. But now that the kids is home for summer, and the kids, obviously Hannah and Philip, they had the majority of the school year for real, and it was just kind of going back and forth in between households. But if they out of school, they gonna want them, the kids, Hannah and Philip, is gonna want her to take on the kids a little bit more. And it's not like she really working like that. You can sit up there and DoorDash around their schedule. It's not that hard. Or take all of them with you. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Allison Alana, she's a content creator too in the mommy sector, which people don't really react to her like that anymore. But she was DoorDashing, and she had all 3 of her sons. All of them start with A. I think it was Aiden, Ace. I can't think of the other boy. Aiden, Ace, and somebody. Forgot the other boy name. But she took all 3 of her kids, and she was dashing until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning with her kids right in the car. They would be right in their sleep. She would get that food and do what she had to do. You got to do the same. You got to do the same. No excuses.
What pills?
You know what pills.
What pills?
You know what pills.
The only pills I take is 1-a-day vitamins.
Yeah, right.
And iron pills.
Sure.
And a B12 occasionally when I need it.
Mm-hmm. You
so
get B12 from vegetables.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. We don't believe you.
Next.
Call herself trying to read somebody.
And my brother don't know how to cut hair.
You don't either. Can't cook, can't style hair, don't know how to clean, can't keep a man.
Legend didn't eat his food, so the kids got his leftovers. They're going to call CPS on you. Call CPS, ho.
Oh, no, she didn't call a bunch of hoes. No, this hoe didn't call us a bunch of hoes. First of all, who you calling a hoe? You ain't talking to us. Second of all, call CPS. You know what, guys? She want us to call CPS on her because she want attention. And if we call CPS on her, that's content for her. Y'all know that. Y'all know the YouTube hustle game. I'm starting to figure it out. That's what she wants. So she could come up here, guys, and someone called CPS on me and put in a report saying that I was mistreating my kids and I was starving them and they're hating on me. You know, when she start crying, then that's when she wants y'all to cash app her. I ain't sending her nothing. Y'all can send her y'all money if you want to. I ain't sending her nothing. That's what she gonna say. She want that for that content. I ain't giving it to her. Go ahead and laugh.
Like, if y'all gonna be petty, I'm gonna be petty back. Call
really?
CPS, ho.
Calling us hoes, huh?
Eating his leftovers.
Oh, so she thinks she cute because she got her little lashes on her today. She got on her little Temu DH gate chains, trying to be like strong mommy, and she don't swooped and swiveled her little edges, honey. So now she thinks she call herself trying to cuss us out now, honey. She feeling herself a little bit too much. But honey, watch this.
They eat their own leftovers.
Really?
They eat their own fucking leftovers.
Really?
Legend eats his food. The ones that don't eat their food, that don't finish it 9 times out of 10 is Ava. My kids eat.
And that's the main one that need to be eating food is Ava. You need to sit down and make her eat her food. She wouldn't be able to, she would have to fall asleep at the table. If I had to spoon feed her, she's the one who need the food the most. And I'm not trying to pick with this child, but I'm concerned about her. I'm concerned about her weight. She's a little underweight. That is all I'm saying. I'm not picking at her. Picking at somebody is like making fun of their hair, making fun of their clothes, making fun of this. I'm concerned. She needs to eat just a little bit more. She's a little noticeably a bit more frail than Jasmine's other children. Even Legendary looks a little bit more plump than her. And I don't think that's right. And Philip, you frog face, he's a frog, ugly dude. I don't see how he be getting women. They're gonna let you know women is desperate and go with somebody just they have, man. Child, because that's an ugly dude, honey. I have to I would have to blindfold myself. I said then open my legs to him, but that ain't gonna happen. But anyway, getting back to the point, they need to feed that baby a little bit. She needs some potatoes, some sweet potatoes. She needs some food that's going, some fried chicken. She needs some corn. She needs some food that's going. She needs some oatmeal, some cream of wheat. She needed all. Give it all to her. She needed all at one time.
Eat. heavily eats. I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Like, I gotta go grocery shopping again.
Good. You need to.
Also, let's talk about the food stamps. They said I'm selling my food stamps. Nigga, the way cost of living is right now, ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. I bought food stamps. Who the hell ain't bought food stamps? I don't have it to sell. I don't have it to sell. I be waiting for the month to come around so I can go buy some groceries. I don't have it to sell. And honestly, selling don't even add up to the amount of food.
It really doesn't. Like, I feel like you lose, and some people might get upset with me, and I'm not trying to look down on nobody who gets food stamps, and I'm not trying to look down on anybody who sells food stamps, because sometimes you got to do what you got to do at the end of the month, and money is tight, and you need a couple of extra dollars. You got to do what you got to do. But my thing is this. Just hear me out. This is my thing. My thing is, if you are going to sell your food stamps, do what you got to do. Just don't get caught, for one, because they're going to take them away. The government find out. For two, if you're going to sell your food stamps, make sure that you go to BJ's, Costco, or Sam's Club and make sure that you stock up to the heavens. I mean, stock your deep freezer should be full. You should be able to close it. Stock your cabinets up. Stock your refrigerator and your stand-up freezer up. Stock. So when you do sell, you still have food. You see what I'm saying? Because my thing is, when you sell your food stamps, I feel like the seller is the one that's losing. The person that's buying is getting they're benefiting more than the person who is selling, to me. Because you can't sell the food stamps for that much anyway. That's what I'm saying. So it's like they're losing. You're not really getting full value out of it. And you taking food out of your kid's mouth and money out your pocket that you could be going to the store and buying food anyway. But sometimes they just be needing the cash real quick. And I understand that, but just make it make a little bit more sense.
It's no point. You're going to lose money. So
that part, I don't really like you, but
no,
I
don't
with that part.
Sell food stamps. Do I get them? Yes, I do get them. Dumbasses.
And we dumb because you don't feed your kids, but we dumb. Okay. Coming from you, it don't mean nothing. Bobblehead self. Pig nose behind. Oink,
what else
oink,
is said?
Oink, oink.
I'm gonna read y'all comments before I come back and read the rest. My food stamps. Yeah, the way cost of living is right now, I sell food stamps. I'll come back and read the rest. Is why people are tripping. You don't eat to get full because they're big back bitches.
Who she calling a big back bitch? That's what I want to know. Who is she calling a big back bitch? I know she ain't trying to talk about nobody because she getting a big and burly, but she want to starve the kids and she want to micro feed the kids. Yes, I pulled that word out the air. Micro feed. I mean, she want to feed them pinches of food. You starting to get like Nika. I noticed that Nika, you notice them women with all them kids, they be having 10, 12 kids, get all them food stamps and everything. You notice women be big and burly and buff. You notice that she don't be going to the gym that much because she's sitting in the house eating that food, Legend. But sending them over to Philip house and everything. Philip taking care of him, but she got the audacity to be calling somebody big and burly. She gaining weight. Even Olivia in the gym. You letting Olivia out gym you, but you want to call somebody else big back. You got a lot of nerve, Miss Pig Nose. You got a lot of nerve. You better take that fake jewelry off or turn your neck green.
Yeah. You're big back bitches. if you eat every meal to get full, you're going to be a big back bitch. That's just the truth. Dinner is different. You can
a pot calling the kettle black.
You can have leftovers. There can be. You can have seconds in dinner. You can have seconds in dinner. Dinner is.
Now let's hear her pathetic excuse about. Let's just hear this. Let's hear.
And breakfast is different. You can go back. My kids actually get 2 breakfast meals. The ones that wake up.
Wait a minute. The problem with the food that I have with Jasmine is the food. It's not the fact that she's not feeding the kids. It's the fact that she is not feeding them food that is nutrient dense. The food that she is feeding them is packed, is prepackaged, processed, pre-made foods that are empty carbs, empty calories, which makes them feel full faster, which some people confuse fullness with feeling bloated. Okay. They confuse that with feeling bloated. And that's why I want to say maybe a half an hour to an hour later, they're going to feel hungry again, because it causes you to have what's considered the itis, where you eat, you feel bloated, and then you just want to go to sleep or just go somewhere and just kind of sit down and chill and lay down or whatever. That's the itis. That's that empty food. You feel stuffed. You ain't hardly even eat that much, but you feel stuffed because it's a bunch of starch. Starch goes in your stomach and it swells. That's why you feel full faster, but it doesn't stay. She needs to get him protein, which is some type of meat. She needs to get him some type of vegetable that has the nutrients, like and nourishment and all the vitamins. And because you can look at those children and tell. You could tell by not being funny. You could tell by their hair, the density of it. I'm not talking about the length. Well, it could be the length too, but even the density of it is very, very thin and sparse. Even her hair is thin and sparse because I don't feel like she's giving them foods that is nutritious enough for their hair to like really fill in. They look very, very on the smaller side, I want to say, and that's not picking with them. It's because of the foods that she is feeding them. They don't have enough vitamins so that they can look big and healthy. That's what I mean. You notice that Legend don't look like that though. Let that one sit there.
That's the problem. The proportion in the United States, people feel like you got to eat a lot. I've learned. I put so much food on my kids' plate so many times, and they didn't threw it in the trash, and that shit pisses.
You want to know why they threw that food in the trash? Cause she can't cook. That's why they threw it in the garbage. You can't cook. Nika can't cook, and Liv can't cook neither. The only one out of all of them that I can honestly give credit towards cooking a little bit is Strong Mommy Chrissy. But she's a portion pincher too. She's a portion pincher, but she can cook better than them. I will put my money on her. When it comes down to cooking. The rest of them, no, not so much.
I'm gonna put a little bit. You can come back and get more.
Liar.
Come back and get more. Talking about not feeding my kids. Call CPSO. But I should be arrested. You can't get arrested for not overfeeding your kids. Come on. Come on. Come on. Some of y'all, I wonder if y'all have kids, the people that have something to say. Do y'all have kids?
Yes, I absolutely do. And I feed them. Thank you very much, ma'am.
That is crazy. I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Don't worry about deleting the comments. I want to see them as long as they ain't talking about my kids. They are.
Girl, you talk about your kids. You don't care about them. Tell them something. Oh, you can leave the comments as long as they don't talk about my kids. Girl, please. If you cared about them kids, you would treat them better. You wouldn't put them in a situation for people to have to make reactions and talk about your kids or the lack of care that they get from you. Not Philip, from you. And we don't want to talk about Chris because we already know he ain't doing nothing.
Are dumb as fuck.
But we're dumb. But you won't put Chris on child support, but we're dumb.
Your kid isn't fat doesn't mean the kid is malnourished. People think that you're supposed to be over.
First of all, Ava's eyes are sunk in. Why are they sunk in? It's come on. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Don't play with us.
Wait. Now that's wrong. Thank you. My kids are not malnourished. And that brings me back to another statement that my kids are behind on appointments. Do you not know how checkups go? That says a lot. Do you have kids? You do a yearly checkup unless you plan sports in high school, middle school, and you need a physical or AAU, because sometimes you need a physical for AAU as well. My kids was in AAU track.
First of all, I have track kids. My kids run track. Let me tell you something. When they go for their yearly physical, that's all they need. And then I turn in the paperwork and the doctor will fill out their forms. They don't have to get a second physical unless the school and the way it's set up, the track team that my kids is on at my kids' school, if they want them to have another physical, they have a team doctor that will come to the school and give them the physical. That's how that works. Don't play with me. Don't try to act like you trying to tell somebody, you trying to teach somebody something. Girl, you better get out of here with some bumps all over your face. Bumpy face hag.
It's back up. You will go to the doctor maybe a couple times in between the time, but you go yearly. What kid is in the doctor's office consistently? My kids get yearly checkups.
Now you older, you know you're supposed to go to the doctor more than that, more than yearly. How often do you go to the doctor? When the last time you had a pap smear, Miss Ma'am? Probably since you've been with Chris.
Hell, who's this coming around? Actually, Caitlin, she has to get a shot. Since you want to know, she's getting a shot for athletics. This week, I'm taking her to get her shots for athletics. She's missing a shot that has to be.
And so, what you telling us for? We concerned about the food. We ain't concerned about shots. We want the food.
Before school starts. And Maya, I'm just taking her to do another checkup. Twins, their dad is taking them. Legend had his yearly checkup already. He just had to go to the doctor. I feel like I'm doing it much. So in order to get assistance with childcare, he had to get like a blood prick thing that you only get it like one time. You only get unless you get WIC. They used to do it consistently every 3 months. They'll do a blood prick for iron and all that stuff. So he had to get pricked and to check his iron levels, and that was a requirement on the form. Dentist visits every 6 months. Legend had his. The other kids is rolling around too. Because their dad takes them, Legend sometimes falls on a different day than the other kids.
Oh, we all know the golden child days fall on, because the golden child. He got to go on a different day because he's special.
I feel like y'all digging too deep into it. Get out my ass. You're all in my ass.
First of all, if you do what you're supposed to do, we won't have to be in your ass. Second of all, you don't have one. You just big, but you ain't got no ass. How about that?
Get out. Stop digging.
Girl, if we ain't dig, you wouldn't have no content. So hush up. Hush up and be happy and get this work.
We don't know how to mind their own business.
Girl, if we mind our business, you wouldn't have a channel. So you need to be happy. Hush.
How much food costs are better off keeping your food stamps? Selling them ain't gonna make you no money. You'll be losing. Thank you. And I'm very underhanded, and I have a hard time switching back to overhanded when I get to the end. I'm not no fucking professional braider.
So why don't you practice? Why don't you practice it? You can get better at it. You can practice, or you can send them to get their hair done sometimes. That's no excuse. You always making excuses. You always want somebody to feel sorry for you. Nobody don't feel sorry for you, Jasmine.
I'm just doing my child hair so it don't look a mess for summer camp.
She pulls her hair into ponytail. She don't really do her hair. We all know that is a lie. She do not be doing that girl hair like that. Only thing she do is brush them, and she dry brush her hair. She don't moisturize it, nothing. She just brushes it dry like it is into a ponytail. That's why edges is going bye-bye.
You stated that you're not supposed to eat to get full. You said that shit. I just clarified that I did say that. You're not supposed to eat lunch to get full.
So what are you supposed to eat lunch to do? And who first of all, who's she talking to like that? Who's she taking that tone with? What are you supposed to eat lunch for? You are supposed to eat. What I was told, this is what I learned. This is what my mom taught me. You're supposed to not get like full to the point where you feel like stuffed, but you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to eat until you're comfortable and then stop. You're supposed to leave enough room in your stomach for you to be able to drink like a full glass of water, because that water is going to take up the rest of that space in your stomach to fill you up, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you don't always be hungry. Sometimes you be dehydrated. And sometimes that can mimic dehydration, can mimic your stomach being hungry, if that makes sense. But she don't feed them and she don't hydrate them either.
Breakfast, you can have a fulfilling breakfast, but you don't want to be so full that you sleepy. Who wants to feel like that? I don't want my kids to be so full that they sleeping and laying around and being lazy. That's how you get fat. You overeat and it causes you to lay down.
Wait a minute, they ain't fat though. That's where the confusion is coming in for me. Are y'all confused? Because none of them are fat. So what is she talking about? The only person that look like they getting they eat on and getting bulking up and gaining weight is her. So somebody got some black people explaining to do, because I'm not understanding what's happening.
Down, and when you lay down, all that fat is not you're not burning it off. It's just building up, and you're just getting fatter and fatter. He's 3. He don't understand.
Explain it to him.
They're little though. My God, you must not have kids. Do you have kids? They're little though. They're little. That says a lot. I'm glad you said that they're little. So what does that mean? If they're little, their stomachs are little. So why stretch their stomachs to an older kid by overfeeding them? Because when you overfeed kids, or even overfeed yourself, your stomach stretches. And then you feel like, oh, I'm starving, I'm hungry, that's the problem. You stretched your stomach too much. Let their stomach grow with their body.
This chick is just coming up with every excuse under the sun to just not feed her kids properly. If they're home for the summer, kids are going to eat. She has to learn to buy filler foods. Now, I get my kids filler foods. Filler foods is basically like ramen. It doesn't mean it does to me. Ramen is a snack that my kids might come home after they get out of school, and that's a snack for them. It doesn't take the place of a real legit meal. I'm still, as a mother, gonna get in that kitchen and cook my kids a nutritious dinner. My kids and my husband and myself. Far as breakfast, they're older. If they get to school in enough time, they can eat breakfast at school. But there is food here where they can have oatmeal. They got Lucky Charms. They got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They have food here that they can eat too. But my kids get up so early. They're in high school. So my daughter gets up at 5:30 every day. She got to be out the house by 6:30, her and my son. So a lot of times they don't have time to eat breakfast. They might grab a yogurt and they hop on a bus and they on their way to school. You understand? She's just trying to make up every excuse under the sun. Kids are going to eat. She has to buy filler foods. Filler foods is like ramen noodles, which is something that they can eat as a snack in between meals, or like Hot Pockets, which that's not the most healthiest thing. And ramen noodles ain't either, but hey, it's a snack. It's better to me for them to have ramen noodles, a Hot Pocket, or maybe some chips or something, than for you to tell them, no, they can't eat at all. That's the part I'm having a problem with. And I think that's the part that people are having an issue with, is the fact that she's trying to micromanage how much they eat, when they're full, when they should eat. They know when they're hungry. When my kids are hungry, it's not a lock on the refrigerator. They can go on the refrigerator and go ahead and eat. When it's time to go food shopping, it's time to go food shopping. The food is there. They can eat. I have my own separate set of snacks. My husband has his own separate set of snacks. And my kids have their own snacks. And they just go for it when they're hungry. Sometimes they eat because they're bored. We don't care. And if they're hungry, they're hungry. I'm not going to stop them from eating. Now, what I do have an issue with, I don't have a problem with my children eating. I have a problem with them wasting food. Which they don't, because they're greedy. But that's the thing I would have an issue with, is wasting food.
I'm white and I agree with you.
So
has nothing to do with being white or black. So because they white, it makes it right that they agree with the stupid crap that you're saying? That's what and you're okay with that? Please, girl, bye. Get out my face with that mess. Your kids shouldn't be overweight. Just because your kids is normal size doesn't mean they're malnourished. Yes. And I wish I could go. Can I find it? Let me see. Let me see. Y'all talking about malnourished. Let me go to my Facebook. Because this is how we going to find. Do y'all see how skinny or did y'all see that she takes after her dad? I'm about to go see if I can find an old picture. Takes after what dad? What's she? Because I know she got 2 baby daddies. So 1 + 1 = 2, right? But 2 + 2 ain't equaling 4, right? So let's back this up for a second. She said she takes after. So I'm assuming she's talking about one of the Davis 4. Philip ain't never really been skinny to me, unless you talk about when he was a child.
He a little on the plump side too. Now I've seen his little belly sticking out when you went to the track meet that time. He don't look like he missing no meals now. Now who you talking about? They take after their father. He ain't skinny like that. So somebody lying. Somebody lying somewhere, honey. Somebody lying. Somebody lying.
Of that skinny motherfucker before he got fat.
She got a lot of nerve calling somebody fat. Look at her. Calling somebody fat. She got a lot of nerve. Ugly self. She is on one today. She is really on one.
No, I'm going on another page. We're going to find a picture. Miss Kaylin. Before this nigga got big. Look at this skinny motherfucker. That's in college.
And so that doesn't excuse you from feeding your kids adequate and nutritious meals, ma'am. Of course he's going to gain a little bit of weight when he gets older. That's called getting older with age weight. Everybody gains a little bit of weight when they get a little older. And he looks like he doesn't work out. And you don't look like you work out neither. They be talking about somebody. Pulling up old pictures of filler. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, girl.
I don't care about. I don't want to show that part. But look how skinny that nigga is. That's in high school.
So?
She's skinny. And her aunt, she was skinny as fuck too. Those were the two skinny people in their whole family. Actually, and her uncle, Trail, he was skinny as fuck too. They were just...
Okay. That doesn't excuse the fact that you don't feed your kids. We don't want to hear it. Just feed them. Just feed them. That's all we concerned about. Because they is skinty.
I can't control
not even skinny.
Genes.
Skinty.
Like, what the hell? What the hell?
Girl, shut up.
Aiden ain't skinny. He eats nonstop. Amaya's not skinny. Kaylin's not skinny.
What?
Legend's not skinny. And then for people to say that Legend's my favorite and I feed him more, y'all know that when Legend's here and the other kids are not here, sometimes he'll miss a breakfast and eat some motherfucking muffins or a piece of toast, some bananas, some yogurt. He don't even eat that much. I be forcing him to eat. The stuff that y'all don't see on camera, Ava, and I should have left. Y'all gonna see it, but I had to force her to eat. The video will be up tomorrow. I be forcing her to eat. I'm like, hey, take a couple more bites. I gotta bribe them to eat.
That's because your food nasty.
Your kids definitely need to eat to get full the next meal. I don't know where you got that from. No.
Thank you. Somebody needs to tell the truth.
No, you don't eat to get full. You don't eat lunch to get full. So you telling me when you send your child to school, do you feed them? Do you send them with like 3 to 4 lunches to get full? Or do you send them with just enough to hold them off until snack time and dinner time? An after school snack. Mind you, after school snacks.
Girl,
y'all be really overdoing it. They're growing children. They're supposed to eat to get full. That's why your child is fat, Emily, if you have any.
That's not true. My kids eat to get full, and my son is 6'3", and he's tall and skinny. He's tall and lanky and skinny. And he eats plenty to get full. My daughter is tall and she's pretty small. But they eat. They don't look malnourished. They don't look sickly. They don't look like they're missing on meals either, but they just small frame children. There's a difference between being naturally thin and just looking like you're being starved. They look like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm sorry. But they look like they need to be on a Feed the Kids commercial. Some of them, they just look like that to me. That's where the concern is coming from. And she wants somebody to sit there and be okay with the bull. She wants somebody to be a yes man and agree with what she is doing to these kids. And I do not agree with it. I do not. And that's why people are ripping her a new one.
That's the problem. They're growing children. You're right. They're growing. But we're not going to eat to get full and fat and lazy.
Like you, she eats to get full, fat, and lazy, but the kids can. So you can eat as much as you want. I'm side-eyeing her about the whole Legend thing. I'm saying, oh, well, sometimes Legend misses breakfast sometimes, and he has to get a piece of toast or a muffin. That's what Legend has to eat. We all know that is a lie. We all know that's a lie. Anybody she gonna feed Leggy Poo. She gonna feed Leggy Poo, honey. Leggy Poo gonna eat. She gonna feed him.
We're not gonna eat just because food's there and we're bored. We're not gonna eat. If I just fed you an hour ago and you had a snack in between and you got maybe 30, 45 minutes until lunch, I'm not gonna give you another snack. Maybe some fruit. That's
Get him a piece of fruit.
Okay.
Mommy, I'll make cookies.
No, you're not getting no cookies.
Really? Only reason why she doing that is because she on camera, because she knows she don't feed the Davis for. So now she trying to make a point. She got a point to prove. Okay? She got a point to prove. She's trying to prove to us that, oh, you're saying that Legend's my favorite child. You're saying that I overfeed Legend. That's not true. So when he came up to her right now and asked her for them cookies, she said no. Because she's trying to prove that he's not spoiled. We already know he's spoiled, Jasmine. We already know that, honey. You ain't got to lie, honey. You ain't got to lie.
Hey, Yvette.
Get that baby some cookies.
Your kids are very far from being overweight. That's a good thing. And I'm not going to do... Look, you can give your opinion, but I'm not going to do what you said just because you want me to overfeed.
We all know that. Anything to keep from feeding them. Anything to keep them extra food stamps in her that she claims she don't sell, which I think she's selling.
My kids to please and to stroke your ego. I'm not doing it.
We my feed our kids. You ain't hurting us. She called herself telling us off. We feed our kids. We make sure we have food in our little house. Honey, it's you. It's you. Call herself trying to tell somebody off, girl, because you don't feed your kids. Don't be getting upset with us because you don't feed them.
A snack holds you over.
What snack?
If you get breakfast, if you get 2 meals in the morning, and then you turn around and you have a snack, I'm really giving them more than what they should. 2 meals.
What is in? It depends on what the 2 meals consist of. Because quiet as it's kept, the 2 meals that she's talking about, it could be a slice of toast and some eggs. That's not enough food. You see what I'm saying? And then she could turn around and give him a yogurt and a muffin. That's not enough food because it's not a full meal. It's not enough to fill them and hold them and sustain them. So you're thinking that you did something because you gave them a slice of toast, some eggs. Where's the protein? It's protein in eggs, but you still want that protein from the sausage or the bacon. You want some fruit on the side of that to make it a full, complete, balanced meal to hold them. And then give them a snack later on in between. She don't know how to build and plan meals.
Then a snack, and then lunch, and then another snack. And then sometimes I give you some more fucking snacks in between that time frame. And then dinner where you can get, you have your plate, and then there's more. You can go back and get more all you want.
No, they don't want no more.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
All she cook is spaghetti. That's all she cook. That's all she know how to make.
Love your hair. Thank you. What you're doing is not okay. You're done. You've done it their whole lives.
Yep. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell them. Tell them.
And they're thriving. They're thriving. They are happy. Thank you, Gloria. If the issue was that the school would have looked into that, not wait for some comment to bash and talk about nothing. It's the people that don't want to see you thrive. Just keep doing what you do. Thank you. Because in the school would have been like, hey, you're doing this. Mind you, let's talk about school. Want to bring school into it? Y'all see me pack snacks. I pack.
The school don't care. They really don't. You have to literally beat them and have marks all over them for the school to really, really notice and care. There's plenty of kids that go to school that are being abused. They come to school dirty. They come to school with an odor. They come to school looking hungry, and the school don't even notice. The only time they notice is like the child goes to you know, maybe a counselor or a teacher or something like, or teacher might point it out or something like that. But other than that, they don't really be caring like that. Like, so knock it off. Don't try to make it seem like I'm not letting you out of this. Nah.
Extra snacks. I even for Aiden, he gets an extra box at school. And people don't realize it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to send a message to your brain that you are full. So so many people overeat because while they're eating, they do not feel full. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuses.
Hey, girl. Got too much time on their hands. They do. Thank you for watching on both platforms, on both your phone and your TV. We do have kids and feed them to get full. No overfeed them. That's true. I would rather ask for more than put food in the garbage. Right. And my kids will put food in the garbage. I put enough on their plate depending on which kid. I know my kids. Exactly. They my kids. I know them. So I know who's going to eat how much and how much who going to eat. So I put exactly amount high. I'm like, all right, I know you're going to eat this much. And then if you want more, go back and get more. But lunch, come on now. You stay for your kids. Folks are weird.
Oh, shut up, Jasmine. You just happy somebody with you. Shut up.
And worry about their own household, right?
Oh, my household is fine. Don't worry.
You have a weird relationship with food because of whatever your past trauma or your own weight issues.
She didn't even understand that. She couldn't even hardly read it.
I don't even eat as much as my kids eat. So what you think that I might have issues with food or whatever the case may be, it has nothing to do with my kids. I don't even eat at the same time frame that they eat. I don't pick something 9 times out of 10. I don't eat shit till 12 o'clock, maybe. And then I eat dinner. And I don't even go back for seconds. Don't let it be the end of the month and I ain't got no food stamps. I might let them eat all the food and not eat shit. I'll drink a protein drink. No, Ava's fine. She doesn't need a protein drink. I mean, she'll go in there and drink the protein, my shit, but she drinks it just because it tastes like milk.
First of all, she does need to be on a protein shake. She needs to be on some type of supplement. She needs to give her a meal, and she also needs to give her like an Ensure, and along with her meal, so to put some weight on her. Either that, or she need to be giving her mashed potatoes. She need to be giving her like food that's going to stick to her grits. She needs some oatmeal. She needs some cream of wheat with some she need to make some pancakes and put some cream of wheat in it. She need to give her protein pancakes. She need to give her foods that's going to stick to her bones. She need to you in Texas, girl, feed them kids, please.
I am gonna do me as always.
And look what doing you got.
You explained too much. I just feel like I had to. I feel like I had to come on here and say some shit.
But why?
Now you're copying off what she says. My kids take the lunch and snacks to school. I don't blame you, Jazzy, for keeping stuff from us. I don't blame you at all. That's what I'm saying. They be mad. And then let's say I'm my brother coming over here and da-da-da. My brother don't even know how to cut hair. Y'all just trying to dig and figure out who came over here.
Child, don't nobody care. We really don't.
What you show and say is why people talk about you. You talk about me because you just lame.
Oh, we're lame. You don't feed your kids, but we're lame. Good one. We might be lame, but we feed our kids. Nanny, boo boo.
They can talk about it. I mean, that should have happened when I was fucking in college.
She always talking about college, but don't use the degree for nothing.
I graduated in 2015.
Door dashing, YouTube, degree, nothing.
I know.
What I want to know is, what did Jasmine go to school for? She always talking about she went to college. Did she graduate from college? Because there's a difference between going to college and actually graduating with a degree. Because my thing is, why you not using it? There's a work from home job somewhere that she could do at home. She don't need to be door dashing. She do need to get out of the house more. But if you got a degree, why can't you use that degree to work from home for real? And then after you clock out of your work from home day job, you can still do YouTube at night. She don't know how to balance her schedule. But always complaining she broke. Girl, please. You lazy.
Liz, they don't eat all day. Do you know how many? Like, why do people call me when I'm on?
She forgot to put makeup on her neck. She got bumps
When
on her
did you
neck.
change? I'm still me.
She didn't change. She's still lazy. She's still selfish. She's still putting Legend in front of her other kids. She still wants Chris, even though he doesn't want her. She still allows people to abuse her. She still mistreats her kids. She hasn't changed any. She has not changed. Not one bit.
You diet, not the children. They're growing, and if they play sports, they need to balance. You're right. And that's why I only have 1 meal a day. They don't do that. I do that.
She is so dangy.
They do it because they're bored. Now I tell them to unlimit. Now I tell them to unlimit snacks, fruit, cheese. Oh my Y'all some childish mother freaking people. Hello. Yes. I'm on live. I'm a YouTuber, so that's why they call the police.
I wouldn't be shocked if she called the police herself. She seemed awful happy for the police to be at her front door. Okay? Like, this lady here will do anything for clicks and views. Anything. Talking about she wanted to put child locks on the refrigerator to keep the kids from eating. This chick they need to lock her up. I wouldn't be shocked if she knew them and told them to come over there, or if they were some security guards or something. I don't trust Jasmine. I don't put nothing past her. I don't put nothing past a woman who would limit her kids' food. And look at her just smiling, looking dumb.
I think I've seen you before.
Really?
I think so.
I mean, actually, you've seen me.
Oh, was it you? Okay, I was like, I know that they do that. They're doing the most.
So you're not suicidal.
No.
You're not trying to kill yourself.
No. Oh, wow. Y'all say I'm trying to kill myself now? Yeah, I'm on live. I was like,
You want to know why people think you want to kill yourself, Jasmine? Because you get on here every other day talking about, I'm depressed. I'm just feeling down. I'm sad. My depression, my anxiety. I didn't take my medicine today. That's why they probably think you're trying to kill yourself. That's why.
Somebody's at my door. I know my dad's not here yet, so.
Okay. You want to say hi?
Huh? You want to say hi? Stop calling them. They have jobs.
Better things to do.
Better things to do. They take care of our city. Can y'all stop? Thank you.
You want a sticker?
You want a sticker?
Just smiling, so goofy. Just so goofy.
I know you do. You want a sticker?
Sticker ready?
You got a sticker? Say thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have a good day. Sorry, y'all. Oh, wow. Is the police?
Yeah, me my bean.
You want me to open your sticker? Come here, come here. I'm gonna put it on your shirt. Want me to help you? Okay, let me put this down so I can help y'all. Let me help.
She was so happy to see them police that she called herself. Yes, I am being shady because I believe she called them. I don't believe nothing this woman say. The bottom line is Jasmine is making up a million excuses not to feed her kids adequate enough portions. She's talking about her kids are not supposed to eat to get full. Okay, so what are they eating for then? Then she had the nerve to say that her kids is not underweight. Jasmine is a liar, and I don't understand why she doesn't apply that same way of thinking on herself. I know when she get hungry, she gonna go in there and eat whenever she feel like it. She not gonna tell if her stomach start growling. She not gonna tell her stomach, oh well, you know what, you just ate 30 minutes ago, or oh this and that. She gonna go in there and get herself something to eat. When she be door dashing and smelling that food, them good French fries and good chicken nuggets and all that good pizza that them people be ordering, her lunch and get her hungry, she'll sign off and go get her legend something to eat, and they'll sit down and they be eating real good. It's never a problem when it's her legend, but it's only a problem with the Davis kids. That's the problem that everybody has with her. Drop down in the comment section and tell me what you think about today's topic, about Jasmine being stingy with the food, about Jasmine not feeding her kids nutritious and adequate portions, about Jasmine kids not being underweight, which I think they are. Not all of them, but I think that Ava is, and I think that Amaya is. But that's just how I feel. But let me know what you think of today's video. Thank you for listening. I love you all and be blessed. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, be blessed.